Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. Yes, sir. I am your homie HerbMan, busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. But please go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right, so I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I'm your homie HerbMan. All right, so we're coming live from South Africa, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Go get somewhere, get situated, learn how to heal yourself, and we're going to teach you how to heal yourself. But you cannot heal unless you know thyself. So we're going to teach you about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the happiness and the wholeness and the wellness that you deserve, that we deserve as a people. Okay, and you guys got to understand that this is a free information station. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show, you guys, is by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. Look, I'm going to work for my food. You work for yours, and let's heal together. Okay, so this thing that we've been teaching you is about balance. Okay, it's simply just it's simply that. It's about balance. And today, I don't want you to be coming in here trying to activate anything. It's about understanding. Remember, we're teaching you how your body works, what your original design is. It is up to you. You've got free will. So it is up to you to choose which way you want to go. Do you still want to live this life in ignorance? Or do you really want to live it in coherence? So today it's about understanding why your body will lose coherence. And we're also going to talk about the food and the herbs that can quietly come in and restore you back to where you need to be. Light does not heal a chaotic body, but a regulated body can organize light. And we know that light is instruction. We understand that instruction. But when you live in a chaotic life, it's very hard to get clarity. And a lot of people talk about a Merkaba, how to become a Merkaba. But a Merkaba is not a spiritual object that you go for. It's a biological condition that you can get entrained into. See, the Merkaba appears when your structure is strong, when your fluids are coherent, when your signals are rhythmic. Because you got to understand that the Merkaba is a spin. And a spin requires a medium. So the other day we talked to you about sound, and we know that sound requires a medium. It requires form. And the Merkaba is the same thing. It requires a medium. Spin requires a medium. And if the medium is weak, then the light, the instruction, it gets scattered. And if that medium is strong, then the light can organize itself. So when you're looking at trying to become this starseed, this enlightened human being, trying to become this healed human being, trying to become this wealthy human being, trying to become this manager of a family and a guider of the community, then you got to understand this stuff. The body is never missing energy, but a lot of times it can miss containment. And I want you to understand something. You guys can keep coming into the building, keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking, keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking, all right? Keep tapping, I'm going to keep talking. Food, all right? Food is going to do what? Build the body. Okay? Foods are going to build your body. Herbs are going to do what? Herbs. What are they going to do? They're going to tune the body. Remember that the herbs come in with the vibration to put it back in tune with nature. And then the other things that we're showing you with these emotional releases, understanding that breath and emotion. This emotional clearance is going to do what? It's going to help spin the body into Merkaba. Breath and emotion help spin the body. Now, the real thing is that you're supposed to come in. So what is Merkaba? It's when you're balancing the imbalances. And I've been teaching you guys this. They put names on it. I ain't know these names before. I'm teaching you, but I knew the principles before they gave me the names. And these principles are what we are creating in the owner's manual. We know that this is an old ancient system. Now, you can call it these new names all you want to, but we know that if you know how to handle positives and negatives, then you can start to create things in your life. But if you're just hell-bent on the positives, then you're out of balance. If you're just hell-bent on the negatives, then you're out of balance. Because just like your car, if it got 2 negatives in it, you can't crank up this moment. If your car got 2 positives in the battery, it won't go nowhere. So it is in our nature to learn how to use the forces of positive and negative. It's in our nature to learn how to use the forces of masculine and feminine energy. It is in our nature to learn how to use the forces of energies to our advantage. And that's really the university. The university is knowing the universe, not a subject in college. Let me repeat that because I know I had about 10 people that said they got some hearing aids in the back. University is being a professional at the universe, not at a man-given subject. And you're going to universities all day long and have yet to graduate with a degree in cosmology and biology, learning the universe and how it works. That's the university. But what you're doing is pulling out uni and just going in and learning one subject, instead of understanding that all things are under one subject. Does that make sense? You're going in there learning how to build, how to make a slice of pizza, but I'm showing you that you need to learn how to go in there to learn how to make the whole pizza, not just your slice. You don't want a slice of the American pie if nature has given you the whole thing. I want my whole pizza. Somebody put in the chat, I want my whole pieces. And so the reason why modern humans have lost their Merkaba, because we lose coherence because of mineral depletion, chronic dehydration, inflammation and congestion. Our ability to have this emotional overdrive, irregular eating, and our irregular light rhythms can cause us to lose our Merkaba. And what happens is that this creates not the spin, but the wobble. What happens is that this creates the collapse, not the spin. What happens is that this creates the friction, not the spin. And you got to understand that disease is not an evil thing. It is an alarm. It is the signal. It is communication. Disease is what happens when the geometry, the balance is off. That's what you got to understand. And again, we teach you that there are three things that you need to understand to stabilize yourself. You got to have the minerals, because the minerals are going to give the tissues the weight, the shape, the charge, the holding capacity. You got to have the right water. The minerals is going to be the structure. The water is going to be the medium. So that's why it is incumbent upon you to learn sound. It is coming upon you to learn the efficacy of your waters and how they operate within your body, because that is the medium. So you go into church and you go into meditation and you go into medications when you already have a medium in you, the waters. And when you don't have any minerals, you don't have no spin stability. And the waters in you is not just a volume, it is information flow. So if you have a dry fascia, that's broken geometry. And if you have a hydrated fascia, that's spiritual continuity. And we know the herbs and the foods to get you all these things. Now, thirdly, after you have got the minerals and the water, you have to have the rhythm, because the rhythm, okay, the minerals. Let me put this up here. The minerals is the structure. It provides the form. Right? The form. The structure. That's why you can't eat lifeless food. Okay? The water is the medium. Okay? And then you're going to have, last but not least, is going to be the rhythm. See, and a lot of times when you go to the doctor and you go get medications, and a lot of times when you're going to do these other practices, they're throwing you off a rhythm. And rhythm is instruction. The rhythm is the instruction. And when you eat, when you breathe, when you rest rhythmically, the body anticipates. Your field smooths. The spin stabilizes. Rhythm teaches the light where to go. And that's why this is very important. That's why the owner's manual is the #1 health assessment on the planet. Okay? And in your owner's manual, when you get it and you understand it, you'll see foods and you'll see herbs, and you might not understand why the foods and why the herbs and why the light and why the water and why this and that and the third. But I want you to understand that we're giving you the stuff that will help stabilize the field, help with containment. And some of those herbs that we give you, like burdock root and stuff like that, it helps with the containment. It prevents energy leakage. It anchors the field downward. When we give you stuff like Irish moss and bladderwrack, this is your mineral lattice. It helps rebuild the charge. It improves the electrical coherence. We're working with the waters. When we give you the herbs like nettles and horsetail, they're going to help with signal flow. They reduce the friction. It improves the left-right brain communication. And these herbs are going to help fine-tune your Merkaba. They help fine-tune your Merkaba. When you look at Irish moss, it plays as the what? Irish moss is the hydrator of the fascia. Okay? I know you guys have never seen this stuff taught this way, but if you keep tapping out, keep talking, let's get us up to 100K, you guys. If you're interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and someone will get out to you, okay? Irish moss is going to be the medium that we're using when yours don't work. Okay? When yours don't work, we come in with the Irish moss, okay? And the Irish moss is going to help, again, hydrate the fascia. It's going to help with the minerals. It helps suspend the minerals. It helps prevent collapse. This is where the light stays in the Irish moss. Okay, the bladderwrack is going to act like the clock. All right, the bladderwrack is going to be our clock. Remember that we ain't on the clock on the wall. So bladderwrack is the clock because it regulates the metabolic timing. It anchors the vertical axis. It controls the spin speed. Remember, Merkaba. If you go too fast, you're too chaotic. And if you're too slow, you're too stagnant. But bladderwrack will come in and help put you back in the right time. Then the other herbs like burdock root is going to act as the cleaner. Burdock comes in and acts as the cleaner, clears the blood terrain, the blood environment. Remember, that's important. Improves containment. Remember that that's important. And it's also going to ground the system. All of these herbs are in your owner's manual. And when you don't have any clarity, you can't get coherence. And burdock helps remove the clutter. Okay? It helps remove the clutter. And then nettle. Okay, nettle is going to come in and act like the conductor. So we're going to call this the conductor. If you've ever seen a train conductor, all right, this is the driver of everything. And nettle is going to come in and provide that bioavailability for the minerals. It's going to improve the nerve timing. It's going to enhance the signal integrity. And when you got good wiring, that's going to help restore the rhythm, because it's going to get to all the places it need to get to. Right? That's what you need to understand. Another powerful herb that you may see in your owner's manual. Okay? And these are just a few. Right? Another one is going to be horsetail. Okay? So horsetail is coming in and acting like the elastic band. Okay? The elastic band. Putting the band back together. The elastic band, because it's going to come in and help strengthen the fascia. One of them hydrate fascia, moss. Another one will strengthen the fascia, horsetail. It's going to improve recoil, absorb the stress. And this is how the field will survive pressure. This is how your body will survive under pressure. And when you get the right herbs with the right foods, then food becomes the material and herbs become the direction. And herbs will help increase the absorption. It'll help reduce the interference or the obstruction. Herbs will tell minerals where to go. And herbs don't add force. They're not like medications. They're not like man-made minerals. They don't add force. They remove confusion. And that's why it's very important to understand how to get back to your Merkaba. Okay? You got to be able to get back to your Merkaba. Balance these energies, you guys. If you don't, they'll kill you. And the Merkaba is not some kind of vehicle that you just enter every day. Merkaba is simply a state of coherence. Your body, your breath, your emotions, and your awareness generate this together. To become the Merkaba, a balanced individual, to become your own star seed, this means your biology spins in a cohesiveness. And you got to have three systems. You got to have three systems going and flowing together in order for you to have any kind of understanding of what you're here to do. If your nervous system and your heart field and your breath and emotions, when these are locked in, the body will naturally create this counter-rotating toroidal field. And that is the Merkaba. No visualization required. Just understand, we're spinning out of control. And when you spin out of control, your geometry get off. And geometry is a mechanical thing. But you got to understand that everything has a duality. Everything has an opposite. Everything needs to be adjusted. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because this is how you create medicine. This is how you make medicine. And food is medicine. Food is medicine. So let me say that for TikTok. Food is medicine. Let me say that for YouTube. This is how you're generating the energy that you need to create the life that you're living. Everything has opposites. So you're going to inhale and then exhale. Right? You got a sympathetic and a parasympathetic. You got a charge and a discharge. Masculine and feminine. Expansion and compression. If one side dominates, and this is why the owner's manual is so important, because it's going to show you where you're at on the scale. You know about the pH numbers, you know about puzzles and this, but you don't know where you are. You know, well, where's Waldo, but where are you in this particular paradigm? Are you too top heavy, too bottom heavy? Are you too left? Are you too right? Don't worry about it. Once you give us your birthday, we can pinpoint you. All we need is your birthday. We don't need a blood type, blood sample. We don't need a stool sample. We don't need a hair sample. We don't need a urine sample. We don't need none of that stuff. If one side dominates, if you're one-sided, your geometry is off. But if both alternate smoothly, then you spin correctly and you don't play bumper cars in your life. Bumping into shit because you don't know where you're going. So the work is regulation, not imagination. We're not trying to get you to imagine that you're healed. We're not trying to get you to imagine $1 million in your bank account every day. We're not trying to get you to imagine the family that you want in the community and the world that you want to live in. Hell no, don't imagine it. It's not imagination, it's regulation. And if we can teach every human species on the planet how to be able to regulate under these particular environmental stimuli, then you'll see that it's not as bad as they may make it seem. And the human body is a generator of these things. Your body already comes equipped with this stuff. You just don't know how to work it. You already got a toroidal heart field. You already got a spiritual fascia lines. You already got counter-rotating hemispheric brain rhythms. You already come equipped with a vertical spinal axis, north and south. You already come equipped with a horizontal breath, east and west. And when these things are synchronized, your body will heal itself, the light will organize itself, and you don't have to activate anything. What we're teaching you is how to remove the interference from what's already happening, how to remove the obstruction from what has already happened. You don't have to try to activate your light. Hell, you wouldn't be living if you didn't have it. You already got what it takes, but something is blocking your healing, blocking your wealth, blocking your family. And if you don't get this breath thing right, understanding how to breathe, then you don't understand how to spin. If you don't get this emotional thing right, and understanding that it's not positivity, it's neutrality. And the reason why it's not positivity, remember they say, he who loves his life will lose it. And he who loses will gain. So then it's not about being super positive or being super negative. It's about being neutral, neutrality. The best gear to listen to your car in. If you got a problem with your car, you don't want to listen to it in park because you've already committed to a gift. You don't want to listen to it in reverse because you committed to a gift. But if you just put it in neutral and then rev the engine, you'll see that neutral gives you the best position to understand what's going on. When you feel strongly about something, it can distort your geometry. And when you're too calm about something, it can distort it. But when you got the right piece, that can stabilize the spin. Remember that you're not linear. You're cyclical. The spin. You see that? That's spinning. The Merkaba. Some of us are spinning out of control. But if you want to stabilize your spin, you need to learn how to stay in awe. Somebody say awe. You need to learn how to stay in gratitude. Somebody say gratitude. You need to learn how to stay in the presence. Somebody say presence. And you will see that this is the art of longevity. All three of these will stabilize your body faster than any effort you put out. Let me repeat that one more time. All three of these will stabilize you faster than any effort you could ever give. And this is what church is really trying to teach you, but they're teaching you unregulated. You're unregulated, so you don't get it. Because now church is stimulated, not regulating you. The doctors are stimulating you, not regulating you. The herbalists are too young, they're too eager. So they don't understand the art of healing, they understand the art of business. And it's okay, my young herbalist, you'll learn that when you get over here, this is the most spiritual position that you could ever get. It's not a pastor, it's the herbalist, it's the healer. That's the most spiritual position. So you can't come over here so business savvy to do spiritual work. Because you got to see that it's no amount of money. There's no amount of herbs that you can create they can get this. You got to work with that person. You got to work with that person for them to get back into awe. Work with that person to get them back into presence. There is no pill. There is no combination of herbs. There is no product. Only a program. And the owner's manual is truly that program. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. You don't need. I want to talk about this right here. Spinal stillness, where you ain't moving, you're relaxing, you're chilling. You don't need perfect posture, just vertical ease, so that we can get this ease of flow. Vertical ease. So we teach you about the dropping of the jaw and the dropping of the jaws and the dropping of your tongue and the head floating. And we teach you about the tongue resting, and we teach you about all these different things, because this is going to create that central axis that the field has to rotate around. We teach you about sound and the value of silence. Both work. We teach you about how humming stabilizes you faster than anything that you can go pop a pill. It stabilizes you faster than any alcohol, than anything you can smoke. We teach you how silence can do the same thing, but at a deeper level. And sound is going to organize the field, organize the light. But silence locks it in. Somebody put in the chat, let's lock it in. Silence locks it in. Somebody put in the chat, let's lock it in. And a lot of us, our lives are too chaotic for any silence. There's too much noise in the background. But humming will build your Merkaba faster than visualization. And right now, what they're teaching, and all of these people, if you look at it, they want you to visualize your wealth and visualize this, visualize that. Humming, go inward, not outward. Inward, not outward. Regulate, not stimulate. Don't be listening to nobody. Don't be doing nothing. You got to be able to understand that it is regulation before stimulation. Don't let them trick you. And you can hum before visualization, because humming is going to operate faster than you trying to. And you say, well, why? Because vibration is how you communicate to your whole body that this is what I want. This is what we want to do. Humming does three things simultaneously. Okay? Humming does three things simultaneously. Humming. First of all, I just vibrated my vagus nerve off rip. And the vagus nerve is the monitor of all the body parts. Secondly, when I hum, I'm equalizing the left and right brain rhythm. So now I'm in coherence with both sides of my brain. Okay? Equalizing. Both hemispheres. Of the brain. Okay? And then third is going to help with the structuring, because it's going to structure the breath into wave geometry, right? So it structures the breath into this vibratory frequency. Structures the breath. All right? And this is why the monks did it. This is also why the bees do it. This is also how the babies do it. They do it with sound. And sound teaches the body geometry before the mind could ever understand what's going on. Your voice is your power. Your voice is your power. And yesterday we taught you about the light and the sound. And it don't really matter what comes first, but we know in cosmology, light comes first, but in biology, sound comes first. But in actuality, you're receiving this simultaneously. But there are levels to your absorption. So you're receiving sound and light simultaneously. But does anybody know which one you entrain first? Does anybody know? Put it in the chat. Anybody know? We know that cosmological wise, light is first. We know biologically, sound is received first. But they are simultaneously happening to us each and every single day. But which one of them will entrain you first? Is it sound or is it light? Netta says, I'm getting awesome downloads with your teachings. Netta, I'm with you. We share it in that. All right. We share it in that. All right. Sunshine 30. Y'all, please go follow Sunshine 30. You are correct. Okay. Sunshine 30. You are correct. And I know that you haven't been here that long. Manny, you were too late. Manny, you should have had that first. You've been here every day. Okay. Sound entrains first. And sound equals the structure and light equals the expression. And food and herbs, the right food and herbs that you get with your owner's manual based on your birthday. Your birthday holds the longest information on you. It's not your blood test. It is not your blood test. Your blood test does not hold the most information on you. It holds the information of that 24-hour period. Your hair holds about 90 days worth of information. So if you was to go to the FBI, or if you wanted to go fill out an application for the CIA, or you wanted to go fill out something for the ATM machines, a lot of times they're going to do a lie detector test and a hair sample. So that if you smoke herbs in the last 90 days, you will still fail this interview. So the hair, as far as the physical body, that's the longest information system on your body outside of your birthday. And the right foods and herbs, y'all trying to do what everybody else telling you to do because nobody knows you. So people are just telling you what they've done over here and done over there and done to other folk. But what about me? What if I'm different? What if I don't respond to your products the way everybody else has done? What if your stuff don't work for me? It's because I never knew you. It's because I went in the basement and created a business and I created products what I thought was good for everybody. It's the same way that you're preaching. You're going in your home and you're studying this sermon because you like it and you think that it's good for everybody. And that's not the case. People needs to have their individual, customized, personalized assessment. And the owner's manual and the foods and herbs that we provide that mineral geometry, the medium. It teaches you about the light and sound in your owner's manual so that you can get the instruction. And without structure, the light scatters. Without the light, the instruction can't get there. The structure stagnates. And Merkaba is a balance of the two. It's a balance of structure and instruction in harmony. That's the Merkaba. The balance of structure and instruction in harmony. And a lot of us, we have diseases that come out of our collapsed Merkaba, our inability to stay balanced. And then you have cancer, which is what? An uncontrolled spin. So that lets you know that my spin is out of control if you hear the word big C. You hear autoimmunity. That's an inward collapse of your cellular structure. That's self-attack. You hear depression. That's a low amplitude oscillation. That's your field. It's dimming. Your aura is dimming. Healing is not fighting disease. Healing is restoring geometry. And when geometry returns, then your biology, your human nature, your human design returns. You can heal anything. You've done it over and over and over again. You've done this over and over and over again. And the simple thing is that you don't become a Merkaba. This ain't something that you try to become and try to have a goal at becoming a Merkaba. What you do is stop interrupting it. It's already trying to happen for you. Children have it. Animals live in it. Nature never will lose it. Human beings have just forgotten. Do this in remembrance of me. Human beings have just forgotten that regulation creates the light. And light, when it is organized, it'll move itself. And when you look at some of the messiahs, you'll see that this is what they had. This is what they had. Peace in the middle of a storm. Because peace surpasses understanding. I come to you today not with enticing words, but in the demonstrations of the Spirit's power. And I want you to think of the Merkaba, again, as a spin. And you know, just like when we're doing the pinata and they spin you around, it's going to be hard for you to find your healing. Coming out of your mother's womb, it's like a pinata. You get spinned around, it's hard to find your wealth. Hard to find your tribe. So I want you to think of the Merkaba as that spin. And that spin requires material integrity. And the right foods and the right herbs create the light. They build the lattice. And that's going to allow you to organize. And if breath and emotion are the instruction, then the foods and the herbs are the architecture. Light will never be able to stabilize in a deficient medium. That's why a lot of us are collapsing. A lot of us are wobbling. A lot of us are incurring friction and interference. So if you're dealing with poor mineralization, dehydrated tissues, inflammation, toxic overload, you're spinning out of control. And nutrition restores this geometry. But you got to know what's the right stuff. I heard today another brother was trying to tell people about niacin and vitamin B, C, and BD. I said, Lord, I must. When are we going to get over the synthetic stuff? Nobody needs to take a niacin. You find the right foods. Nobody needs to take vitamin A all the way through vitamin Z. Listen to me. Nobody needs to take vitamin A all the way to vitamin C. Those things are farces. You find it in the foods, you find it in the herbs, and you find it in nature. Yes, minerals do determine how well the tissues hold the charge. Minerals do that, okay? But I want you to find them in the food, right? So you see how we got the minerals right here. So we know about calcium. We know that calcium is very good at the containment part, right? We know about that. That's why these things are in your owner's manual, but we give them to you in the organic herbs. We know that magnesium is going to come in for relaxation. Duh. My wife today said her back hurt. We almost about to have this little star seed here in a second. What I put on you? Magnesium. Huh? We know that that's good for relaxation. Okay. We know that potassium is good for your signal flow. Okay. We know this. You see that? They're already here. This is an old thing. They're already there. We know that these particular ones, we know where they go. We know that sodium is about volume and is also about your pressure. Okay. We know this stuff already. Uh-huh. We know that silica is going to help with structural elasticity. Okay. And we also know what iron does. Okay. We know what iron does. All right. We know that iron is the directional force that's needed. No minerals, no containment, scattered light. These things bring the form. Remember? Minerals, you have to have the structure, the form first. Then you need the medium. So what these minerals do is going into your waters. We know the waters. We know mama. Okay? So we got all of this in your herbal packages. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and we will get you that information. If you're interested in the owner's manual, all this stuff is in your owner's manual, okay? So if you keep hearing me talk about the owner's manual, that's probably because that's the best thing for you, okay? That's the program that you need to be under, not a product, a program, all right? The next one is understanding your mucosal and fascia hydration system, okay? Because this is going to be the wave of continuity. Remember the waters, okay? Fascia is a liquid crystal matrix. Your fascia is a liquid crystal matrix, but a dry fascia is going to fracture the skin, okay? So we have these hydrophilic herbs that restore. It restores the elastic recoil. Hold all your calls, you guys. Please hold all your calls. Hold all your calls. Manny, tell your homeboy to hold up, Manny. I know you're in Germany, but you gotta know how to tell time. Okay? Manny, tell your homeboy to hold up. I know he in Germany, but you gotta know how to tell time. All right? Hydrophilic herbs gonna help restore the elastic recoil, the spiral continuity. It also can help you with the shock absorption of life. And this is how you protect your Merkaba. Through the fascia, through the mucosal hydration, through herbs like Irish moss. This stuff go deeper than what y'all been taught. The liver, the blood, the lymph, all important. Because a dirty medium is going to distort the rotation, remember? So your bile, your blood, your lymph, this, if they're healthy, they can help reduce the energetic drag. And when you have a clear terrain, you got a smooth rotation. The herbs that we give you help you with the bile, the blood, and the lymph. Easy. This is how you heal people, when you know a system and not books. That's why the best healers have always been that you thought were the traditional Chinese medicine, because it was a system. But we got that in this, honest man. After that was the Ayurvedic, because they had a system. We got that in the honest man. Before all of them was the traditional African medicine. Well, they had a system. Even though you might not like throwing bones and this, that, and the third, it's a system. And then you had the European, you had the Western herbalism, Southern herbalism, Native Indian, all of that. It was a systematic approach to human life. It was never microscopic. It was always always have been the 360-degree view, the all-seeing eye perspective. And we know that foods will help containment. We know that beets and carrots and sweet potatoes and burdock, and we know turnips, the roots, help your root. We know this. We know that sea vegetables are going to help the mineral matrix way better than any other product you can buy at GNC, and then open your sea vegetable game up if you got mineral deficiencies. We know this. We know Irish mock and bladderwrack and sea lettuce and wakame and all these different Asian foods will help you with your mineral matrix. Add more sea vegetables, boost your mineralization. And when you rebuild the mineral lattice, it's going to improve what? The charge holding, the positive and negative that you got to deal with in life. Every now and then you got to recharge your battery. You do that through the sea vegetables. Okay? People talking about, well, what I need to do. You also got the green mineral foods too. So not just the sea vegetables, but then also add in your green minerals like the dandelion greens and the nettles and parsley and the spinaches, et cetera, because it's going to help what? Improve the left-right brain communication, the up-down. We know that fermented and bitter foods will help to clean up the sauerkraut and the bitter greens and the lemon peel and the chicory. They help reduce the friction. And when you reduce the friction, smooth the rotation. You don't play bumper cars with your life no more. Get your owner's manual today. Get your owner's manual today. I'm just offering you an opportunity to do this. This ain't something you got to do, something you got to go rush out and do. But if you're lost and you want to be found, if you're confused, I'm offering you an opportunity. And it doesn't matter where you are. This will help you in the world. If you can receive an email, you can receive your owner's manual. And so these herbs like Irish moss and bladderwrack, they come in as Merkaba stabilizers. The Irish moss is trying to let your light stay. The bladderwrack is trying to prevent chaotic rotation. The burdock is coming in and it stops light from escaping. See, you got to know that. Some of you guys got yellow dock in your owner's manual. Yellow dock is going to help improve the rotational strength. Some of you guys got nettles in your owner's manual. That's going to help stabilize your signal pathways. Some of you guys got horsetail in your owner's manual. That Merkaba is a shock. It's a shock absorber, right? Some of you guys got blessed thistle in your owner's manual. That's going to turn your food into usable geometry. These herbs that we're giving you are scientifically, systematically backed, and they are going to help you regulate. And when you regulate, they're going to help you heal yourself. People, you don't need 1,000 herbs. You don't need 30 herbs. You don't need 100 herbs. You don't need 1,500 herbs. You just need to know herbs. If you really know herbs, you can work with a few herbs to do a whole lot of things. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. We've learned these 13 herbs. It's only 13 that we work with. Now, we had 200 and some herbs in our herb shop, but these 13, if you have cancer, they'll help you. If you have autoimmune issues, they'll help you. If you got a heart disease, they'll help you. If you got sexual debility, sexual health issues, these will help you. If you got skin issues, these will help you. If you got gut issues, these will help you. If you got brain issues, these 13, the 12 disciples, very disciplined at what it is they do. Nobody gets 13, so you will always either get 12 or less. So that's why I say 13, because I'm working with 13, but no one person will ever get 13 herbs. You get 12 or less. Unless you're egregious or something like that, and we just had to put that 13 herb in. All right. But the herbs work faster than the food alone. So we couple the herbs with the proper foods by color that we know you need. You say, well, how do you know what foods we need? Because we understand where you are based on your birthday. The numbers will tell me exactly where your problem areas can be. Not where they are, but where they can be. Now, most times these are going to be confirmations. And then sometimes this is just good preventative information. But yes, the food equals the raw material, but the herbs, remember, these are instructional amplifiers. So the herbs is going to help increase the absorption of what you're doing. It helps improve the distribution. It's going to help direct the minerals from the foods to where they're needed. It's going to help reduce the interference. And this is why small doses of your herbs and your owner's manual will have such a large effect. Okay? And when you're talking about the Merkaba, you need to have your nutrition, the water, and the rhythm. They got to be together. Your minerals, your water, and your rhythm creates your coherence. Your minerals, your water, and your rhythm creates your coherence. So some of you guys are missing structure. So you can't heal. But what herbalists know to tell you that? Some of you guys your medium is off. But who's going to tell you that these are the waters of your body? Some of you guys, your rhythm is off. How you're eating and sleeping. How you're breathing. How much light you're getting. But who knows your rhythm is off? Who knows your medium is off? And who knows your structure? Mama do. The mama do. And that's the honest man. And the reason why this matters for all of you guys listening, because disease is geometry loss. Symptoms are because the spin has been distorted. Healing is restoring containment. You don't fight illness. You just got to remove the interference so light can land in the right place and your body will heal itself. And we're trying to teach you guys how to remove these obstructions. Okay? And I'm not saying that light heals you, because light doesn't heal the body. But what light does, it sends instructions. It prepares the body. And a prepared body holds light long enough for it to heal itself. I want you guys to understand that light doesn't heal your body, but it prepares the body. And a prepared body holds light long enough. Hold the instruction long enough for the body to start healing itself. And that's what we're trying to show you how to do. We're feeding the light. Any question, you guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Any questions so far? Keep tapping. I will keep talking. Any questions thus far? If you guys want to go over diseases, if you want to go over this, that, and the third, just let me know. Now, we have a shameless plug. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. A shameless plug, right? Somebody need to go to the bathroom over there. Shameless plug. Come on, get up out of here. Come on, get up out of here, man. Okay. Detox and consultation. Okay. Detox and consultation. Free herbs. Okay. 30-day supply. That's what we're doing. And the reason why we're doing this, and a lot of people ask me, why the hell are you giving away anything? Because you're already cheap as hell. But it's okay because, again, I'm trying to serve 1 billion people, not trying to make $1 billion. My thing is that if enough people can get a 21-day detox and get a 30-day supply, that is 51 days of really what you need. And for the most of us dealing with some of these chronic illnesses, 50 days is what you require to get rid of your diabetes. 50 days is what's needed to get rid of your high blood pressure. It could be far lesser because really most of those are 30-day stuff. But we all know people are different. So give yourself this 50-day program. Okay, I'm getting a 21-day detox. He's going to give me the 30-day herb supply from the consultation. And he's also going to give me my owner's manual. So even if I do heal myself in these 50 days, I'm straight and ain't never got to worry about HerbMan or nobody no more. The brother done gave me what I need. Your owner's manual is going to have the herbs. You'll never have to shop with me. You can go to any herbalist and get those herbs from your owner's manual. You can go to any grocery store and get those foods from your owner's manual. I'm not holding you to me. I don't have the secrets. I'm selling you the secrets to you. And the secrets are in your birthday about you. And they are your secrets. They're not mine to keep. So you get the keys to your own body. Not the keys to your house, not the keys to your new business, not the keys to your little new car, but the keys to your body. You need those too. You need those too. And that's what we're offering you, the opportunity to know thyself. The opportunity to know how nature created you, how God really created you, and then be understanding of who you are. We was talking to a brother earlier today, and we talked about this. He said, man, I'm just staying in neutrality. I said, that's the best place to assess life, is in neutral. When you're in park, how you gonna go when you want to? When you in reverse, how you gonna go forward when you want to? But when you in neutrality and you assess, you get to pick whether I want to stay in stuck, whether I want to go backward, or whether I want to go forward. You get to choose in neutrality. But when the car is in park and you stuck and you want to go somewhere but your body's stuck, you trying to dream in park. You're trying to go forward in reverse. You're trying to go backwards in drive. So assess life in neutrality. And I'm trying to get you to understand what that means to you, for your wealth, for your health, and for your family desires. Assess your life in a neutral aspect. Stop judging. Allow life to be experienced. And if you haven't experienced it, you're neutral about it. You don't have no idea about it. If you ain't never been gay, be neutral. Everybody got to go to hell for you. Don't know what they doing over there. You ain't never done it. Be neutral. Because you never know when you're wrong. Okay? You never know when you're wrong, you guys. All right? So all you got to do, you guys, is DM me. You DM me, you get your 21-day detox, and you get your owner's manual and a free 30-day supply of the herbs that come out of your owner's manual. This is a 50-day program that can probably heal you of 90% of the stuff you're going through. Okay? If you guys are interested in that, DM us and we'll get you that information. All right? Now let's talk. How many people out here heard, and put some ones in the chat? What you got going on? Put some ones in the chat. Humming, vibrating the vagus nerve. Yes, Suleiman. Yes, brother does dancing, then reflect in some way with all of what you have mentioned. Thank you to your family and for your sacrifice. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. What is a dimension, man? We appreciate that love, man. My YouTubers here, man. We appreciate the YouTubers, right? Low energy, gorgeous B. Okay, so you got to look at what low energy is. All right. Anytime that you're feeling fatigue and things of that nature, you got to be careful. Okay, so now let's go to the little chakra thing right here, right? Okay, let's go to the little chakra thing right here. Let me put this back up here. Okay, where is low energy at on here? Anybody know where low energy at? Do you think it's the root chakra? You think it's the pineal? Where is low energy at? Most of the time when you have low energy, it's because you're stuck in survival mode. Okay, you're stuck in survival mode. Gorgeous B. All right. And when you're stuck in survival mode, then that's a lot of adrenaline and cortisol, which then starts to do what? Adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue makes you feel tired, makes you feel lethargic, makes you feel low energy, right? So what I'm saying is get out of survival mode. Make sure that you're doing things you love to do, not things that you got to do because they told you got to do them, but things that you love to do. And when you start doing things you love to do, stop putting a monetary connotation on it. You monetize yourself, but monetize things that you love to do because that's where you're the best at. A lot of us are just doing what we got to do, and that keeps us tired and lethargic because it is very tiring to put forth energy doing something that you really don't want to do. Okay, gorgeous B. So that's going to mean you need to watch your kidneys. Okay, watch your kidneys. Yes, Chazelle, it's the root chakra. All right, it's the root chakra. Scuba Steve, what's happening, baby? Yes, sir, it's the root chakra. Oh, can I help my aunt heal from HIV? Yes, but you can't help her, but we can. You said, can I help her? I don't know if you can unless you got this knowledge, but we can. Okay. When you're looking at these viruses, you got to understand that it's all about the immunity. Remember that I told you guys it's about these three things right here, right? The nervous system. Okay. The nervous system, the endocrine. And which one else y'all know? The immune, right? And this is what they call what? Psychoimmunology, right? So that's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. This is how you heal people right here. So if you have a HIV, then that automatically is telling me that you have an immunity that has been bust down, right? Immunity that's been bust down. You have some overstimulation in the rest of these to keep it like that. So therefore, we have to calm these things down. The hormones, the nerves have to be calmed down, and then we also have to build up the immune system. So if you calm these, so if you look at a trading, you know, I always talk about stuff I done did. So this got to be going this way, and this got to go that way to heal HIV. And this is probably the most directional way I can show you for a lot of y'all issues. High blood pressure is probably this. High blood sugar is this right here. You see? Now, when you're talking about autoimmunity, then it could be a little different. Autoimmunity, everything needs to go down. Right? So it's different understanding and different constructs. But who got the right herbs and the right system to know this? We do. Don't be trying to come on here and think that just because you see this today, that you're going to be able to go out and make some money off this. No. Heal thyself first. Okay? You got to heal thyself first from this. One of the best lives just I hand down, Scuba Steve. Yes, man, we appreciate you, Scuba. We try to do this every day, try to come on with the best information. Okay, that's true. Thank you, because I rarely get to do things that I enjoy doing. See, Gorgeous B was listening. She came on back, and she confirmed that you're right. I have low energy because I am going through survival things, and I'm telling you that, yeah, it can drive you crazy. So whatever you're good at, don't try to look at it as if it's gonna make $100,000, if it's gonna make $1 million. No. Is it gonna make me happy? Yes. And am I gonna be great at it? Yes. You're hired. You're hired. You're hired. If it makes you happy as the creator, and then you're good at it, then that means the consumer gonna be happy. Don't monetize that because there's no ceiling. You can make $1 million right now. See? Because there's no ceiling when you're in your greatest and you're giving your greatest. And you don't feel lethargic. You see? You don't feel worn out. You don't feel overwhelmed. Okay? So that's what's going to be the good thing. Now, as far as herbs and all that type of stuff, I would suggest you go to the website, Gorgeous Bee, and do the detox. You might not need the owner's manual, but that 21-day detox will reset you. Okay, it'll regulate you. All right, and I don't know if you're trying to lose weight or something like that, but a byproduct of a detox like that is that you can lose up to 15 to 20 pounds. Okay, if you're not interested in the weight loss side of it, that's fine. Okay, that's fine, because this detox ain't about weight loss. It's about lymphatic cleansing and getting all of this mucus up out of your body. So if you do the detox, it'll regulate your blood pressure, regulate your blood sugar. It'll get you back into restoration and get you back high energy. Okay, and then the byproduct of you taking a lymphatic detox plus eating the right foods, because we're going to give you the instructions for that. So you got this proper diet with this particular lymphatic eliminatory detox. Mix the two together, and yes, the byproduct of that will be some weight loss. So if anybody out there is looking for weight loss, it's the 21-day detox. Lose 15 to 20 pounds in 21 days. The best way to lose weight. Don't try to lose 15 and 20 pounds in 3 days, in 1 day. That's going to create sickness, and your body's not designed to do that. But a pound a day, organically, has proven to be the best solution for most of the people. My detox is the best product, is the number one sold product on my particular product list. We know it worked. That right there been working to get me where I'm at. Okay, so we know that worked. Okay, I wouldn't be here today without the detox, baby. So the detox is a thorough detox. It is a nasty ass detox. That detox is the most nastiest tasting detox on the planet. The Caribbean people, no, it's not worse than Circe, and then you come and drink it, and now you want to cuss me out. I told your ass. It is the worst tasting detox on the planet, because lymphatic herbs, if you look at any kind of, when you cleaning your stove out and when you cleaning your garbage can out, you use some of the most egregious cleaners to clean these dirty spots out. Well, guess what? Lymphatic herbs are some of the most bitter, most worst herbs that you can take. But if you can get it, you got it, you good. Okay? If you get it, you got it, you good. And you guys can just go to the website, type in detox, and that'll be shipped to you ASAP. Okay, there's no worries with that. But the deal that we're giving you for the 99 is the detox plus the consultation, and then you get an extra added 30-day supply of herbs that'll send you well on your way. Well on your way. So if anybody up here asking me about diseases and this, that, and the third, I'm going to tell you, first start off with the detox, get your consultation, and just get your herbs. Okay, just get your herb. Do the $100 and get on up out of the way, and go and start your journey. There's no need to keep playing. This is not $1,000. This is not $1 million. This is $100 for a 50-day herbal program to reset, rejuvenate, and get back clarity in your mind. When you are detoxing, it's not just about detoxing the body, it's also about detoxing your mind and your spirit. When you're detoxing, you need to stop cussing. When you detoxing, you need to stop smoking. When you detoxing, you're going to have to stop drinking. When you detoxing, you're going to have to stop doing all this old craziness. Now, I know you can't stop working, but you need to start changing your mindset about how you're handling your environmental stimuli, because you're detoxing. You don't want to have all that negative energy, all this old woo-woo and rah-rah while you're detoxing. Look, you're getting rid of things, and when you get rid of things, sometimes you want to get rid of certain talks, certain thoughts, certain disses, and certain that, and certain coping mechanisms. Go ahead and get rid of them while you're doing that detox. There's no need to detox the body and still be foul-mouthed and foul-minded and this, that, and the third. Take the opportunity that if I'm going to do 21 days, I might well clean up everything. I don't need me keep doing this. And that's even me. I'm not going to keep doing that. How long do your products take to ship to the U.S.? We ship from the U.S., you guys. So we still have business in the U.S., okay? Yes, I am located in South Africa right now, but we still got business in America, okay? So we ship USPS. So normally that's a 2 or 3 day shipping, but it all depends on weather. It depends on whether or not I put your shit in the mail at the right time. But other than that, it's normally same as USPS, right? 2 to 3 days, 5 days, or whatever you want to call it. So y'all just need to know we ship to your mailbox, USPS. So that's the shipping. USPS, that's the shipping. Yes, ma'am, Netta. So you gonna get it. It ain't, you ain't got to wait all year, all long. No, we don't do that. If you are doing that, then it's a problem either with the shipping, or I just haven't got to your package yet to ship it. I haven't even been able to process you yet. All right. Gratitude, you dropping that cosmic level knowledge within ourselves. Yes, Suleiman Kaba, man, we got to. This is what it's about. You think about the world today. You think about the Trumps, and you think about the floods, and you think about all of the weather patterns, and you think about the people patterns. And what folks don't understand is we don't know how to tell the weather. We don't know whether or not this is a good or bad day for you. Weather. The weather pattern. Somebody put this in the chat. You don't know your weather pattern. Now I know you've been used to it spelled WEATHER. But see, this is how they do it to make you think it's external. See? It's just a trickery. So they do this to make you think that this means some external thing. Look outside. But I'm telling you to look inside to understand your weather patterns. Whether or not do you know you don't feel like going to work today. Why you going to work? Your weather or not. Should I go or not? Girl, I'm up here right now trying to figure out whether or not I should go to work. What? I'm up here right now figuring out, girl, whether or not I should go to practice. What? I'm up here, girl, figuring out whether or not I should go down here and meet him today. What? I'm up here trying to figure out whether or not I should cuss this motherfucker out today for what he did. So you don't know your weather pattern. So they teach you this and you think external, outside. I want to teach you this one so you can think internal, inside. Whether or not you have the right to when you don't want to do something, stop overriding that. You can't override that for the sake of money. You're going to get arthritis. You can't override this weather pattern. Whether or not you want to do something, you can't keep overriding. When you say, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it, you give me the least of your energy. And I know this. I used to understand this in relationships. Somebody want to do something for you and they really don't want to do it. They don't do it that well. When she really don't want to cook, that food don't taste like shit. It don't taste good as fuck. But when she do want to cook, I get the best meal. When you go to work and you don't want to go to work, you giving me a half-ass you. When you love me and you don't want to love me, you give me half-ass love. And you got to understand your weather pattern and stop overriding it, or you'll ride yourself right into a short life. Does everybody understand that? Put some ones in the chat if you guys understand it. Please keep tapping. You guys, I'll keep talking. Please keep tapping. I will keep talking. Yes, everything comes from within. Yes, weather pattern. Whether or not you want to do something today. What do you feel like today? Okay. Are you tired? What's your weather pattern? Are you energized? Okay. Are you tired? Are you quiet? Okay. What else we got here? Energized, tired, quiet. Chill day. What is this day like? Okay. What is this day like? Instead of saying chill, I'm gonna be more specific than that and say emotional. You know, sometimes we just got these emotional days. What is your weather pattern? And when you figure out that you energized today, then go and do your thing. If you're tired today, you need to rest. Don't override it. If you're quiet today, then you need to be quiet today. Don't override it. If you feel emotional today, don't try to go to work and be energized when you're emotional. Don't try to go to work and be energized when you're tired. Don't try to go to work and be energized when you're quiet. Most of us want to do this 100% of the time. And it's not reality when we know we have these 4 types of weather patterns. Whether I'm energized today or not, whether I'm tired today or not, whether I'm quiet today or not, whether I'm emotional today or not, what is your weather pattern? And don't override the weather. Don't override your weather. So you guys are waking up. I've already been in the day already. I'm 7 hours ahead of time. So we 6:38 p.m. here in South Africa. You guys are just waking up. It's 11:38 where you at, 10:38 where you at, 9:38 where you at. Some of you guys on the West Coast watching me, so it may be 7:38 where you at. But the question is, when you woke up today, did you check the weather? And I ain't talking about outside, but inside. And if you check the weather, I want you to tell us in the chat, what's your weather pattern today? Tell us in the chat, what's your weather pattern? If you check the weather, what is your weather pattern today? If you check the weather, what is your weather pattern today? You got 4 choices: energized, tired, quiet, or emotional. What's yours? Come on, YouTube. Come on, TikTok. Talk to me. What is your weather pattern? Chazelle said, today I'm quiet. Queen Melissa said, today I'm tired. Netta said, today I'm emotional. El Grove said, today I'm quiet. Sweet thing, I'm quiet today. Heal Thyself said, energize. Alejandro, energize. Sunshine 30, energize. What's up, C3? I don't know what relaxing is. That's one thing you guys don't do is listen, okay? Follow instruction. Energize, tired, quiet, or emotional. Why pick something outside of that? What's up? What's up? Why do that? Manny said, I'm energized today. Jamal Harrison said, I'm quiet. Monica Modi said, energized. BK, I'm energetic today. Faith and Lord, they said, I'm tired. Don't override your tiredness. Pradithya, tired. Don't override it, Pradithya. See, you've been doing this so long. Everybody wants to stay energetic. Everybody wants to stay energized, and that's not the human frame. It's not the human design. And what happens is you're overriding your body and you're running yourself into disease. What's up? Said, okay, now I got you, C3. Now I got you, baby. Quiet. So stay quiet. Don't try to break out of it. That's your day to day. That's the weather pattern. That's the weather for the day. Purposely thought about what I wanted to do today. Sure, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, stay within the subject matter. Angel said I'm energized. So a lot of you guys are ready to go. Stanley Stanislawa, come on now. Stan is energized. When you are energized, I need for you to be productive today. When you're energized, you need to be productive today. But when you're tired, you need to call off. You need to call off today. That's your weather pattern, whether or not. See, I know what y'all are saying. When you tired, that's your weather pattern. It's saying whether or not you want to do something today. And for most of you guys that said tired, you don't feel like doing shit. Don't override it. When you're tired and you override it, you'll stay tired. When you're quiet and you override it, you'll stay silent. When you're emotional and you override it, you stay emotional. Y'all get it? You get it now? Be with. Say they tired today. Don't go nowhere. Gorgeous B, you tired. Don't go nowhere today. Call in. I keep saying I need days rest. Yes, I'm telling you. It's what driving you down the hole. I'm just trying to get you guys to see the weather pattern so you guys can get it. So you can stay in your Merkaba, meaning stay in your spinning and nothing knocks you off. And sometimes, again, you have 4 different days. You're not going to always be energized, but we're always trying. And it's breaking the body down. Okay? And that's why you need the herbs, and that's why you need the detox, and that's why you got cancer. That's why you got autoimmune diseases. That's why you got arthritis. That's why you got a heart disease. Is because we're trying to stay here, not recognizing that it's okay for these other 3. Somebody put it, it's okay for the other 3. Somebody put it's okay. It's okay. Suleiman said, quiet is a higher moment, is another moment of going within the breath. I love this. Yes, and it's okay. But we all want to be energized. You can't do this every day. You're going to need rest. These are the 4 seasons of life. The 4 seasons of life, right? The 4 seasons of life. If I'm energized, that's the fire. Emotional is the water. Quiet is the air. Tired is the earth. The 4 elements of life. You're going to have this all the time. What does it mean when I start off one way, then it changes later? That you overrode? BK 5507, you overrode it. That's why. You overrode it. You suppressed it. You see what I'm saying? You suppressed it. And when you suppress it, then you didn't express it. But another thing could be that you released it. Maybe when you was emotional, you released the emotions, and then now you back energetic. Maybe when you was tired, you released the tired with rest, and then you back energetic. Maybe when you was quiet, you released the quiet with silence, and then now you back energetic. So it's either going to be one or two things. Your day changes if you release or if you suppress. Your day changes if you release or if you suppress. Now the question is, which one did you do? BK55, that's going to be the question. Okay? Which one did you do? Now, I wouldn't know that, but now that's the question you have to ask yourself. My day changed, but did I force it? Or did I release? You see? Did I force it? Because I know that I didn't feel like it today. But we come in with our game face on. We come in with our little telephone voice on. Hi, thank you for calling Walmart. How can I help you? Knowing good and well, you don't feel like it. Hi, thank you for calling Kroger. How can I help you? Knowing good and well, you don't feel like it. So you put on face. And obviously, if you do that, it may seem as if your day changed. Did you force it? Or did you complete it? Okay? So that's going to be on you. But these things happen all the time. So now you got your weather pattern. And your weather pattern is going to allow your hurricane, your spin, your Merkaba. Right? It allows it to stay with that force that it needs to produce from the elements, because you are not, you know that everything is relevant. You know that tired is okay. You know that quiet is okay. You know that emotional days are okay now. You know that energized days are okay, but I also know that this ain't every day for me. And it's okay for me now to embrace my tired days, my quiet days, and my emotional days. So now my spouse knows that I ain't going to be always jittery. It's okay for you now, spouse, to accept my tired days, my quiet days, and my emotional days. Don't always expect me to be here, and then when I'm not here, don't think that everything is wrong. It's just 4 days that I get. There's 4 weather patterns in me, and it's whether or not I feel like it today, whether or not I feel like talking, whether or not I feel like my emotions, or whether or not I feel like getting up. I have the right to be human, and a human overrides citizen. I have the right to be human, and a human overrides citizenship. You're trying to be a good citizen, and you don't know your weather patterns, and you've been overriding them so long that now storms are raging in the body. Storms are raging in the life. Storms is raging in the community of humanity. And this is how we fix it. Anybody else got anything else to say? Suleiman said, yes, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, you guys. It's okay. I can't heal you stimulated. We can heal you regulated. You got to know that it's okay. Okay? You got to know that it's okay. Get your owner's manual today. Take up the opportunity to know thyself further and deeper. and get in alignment with your nature within nature and become whole. And you'll see that the more you start going back to your natural state, the more supernatural you become. The more you start going back to your natural state, the more supernatural you will become. I want to be supernatural. Do you understand what I'm saying now? I'm tired of the costumes and the makeup and the jewelry and this, that, and the third. And I don't want to, it's not that I'm lazy, but heaven ain't required me to have to do a whole lot. Heaven ain't a job, it's not a work. Heaven is an abundance, it's not a lack. So I'm not trying to be lazy. I'm trying to be in heaven where everything is taken care of. And that's a mindset. That's a state of being. And if I go back to bucket naked, if I go back to transparency, if I go back to the all-seeing perspective where nothing is hidden, man, I'd be so free. Man, I'd be so free to show these old ugly toes instead of hiding them. To put the sun where the sun don't shine instead of hiding it. That's what we're trying to teach y'all. Anybody else got any other questions? You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, DM us and somebody will get contact. If you're looking for the best detox on the planet, it's a 21-day lymphatic cleanse. You can just go to the website, type in detox. If you're looking for the package, it's $99. You get a 50-day program, 21-day detox, 30-day supply of your natal herbs to start you on your way for 2026. Okay? The only people that need something more than that are people who are dealing with something more than that. Okay. I'm a slow mover, but I'm moving, and I tell you that your detox is the best around. I've tried. Oh yeah, I wasn't lying on that for real, for real. Thank you, Monica, for that. But yeah, I ain't lying on nothing that I said. But the detox, definitely, it is the #1 product in the product line. It is actually the first product that I created from this knowledge. Okay, so fire, air, earth, and water. That's what we give you in that detox. Make sure that we move the waters. So if you're dealing with boils and you're dealing with all kinds of stuff, again, if you're just overweight and you want to do a really good weight loss thing without it being just particularly for weight loss, the detox will help you. You definitely speak from your soul. I feel it. Thank you, Monica. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. My pleasure to be here. Wholeness, nature, balance, and supernatural. Yes, balance. The Merkaba. The best version of yourself. Do you know your weather pattern? And do you override your weather pattern? If you override your weather pattern, you're creating storms. Okay? If you're overriding your weather pattern, you're creating storms. And your Merkaba is losing its force. Okay? Your little tornado that you call your life is spinning out of control. It's confused. It has lost direction. It has lost correction. It's lost its way. And so now you're just an independent storm by yourself. You're going over mountains and you're going over all kind of terrain that's taking force from you. And you don't know it. And as you go, you get smaller and smaller. Till there's no more you. And what I'm trying to teach you is that you were blessed to have 120 years at the bare minimum. And this 120-year span was to give you enough time to figure this out about yourself. That 120 years was to give you enough time to figure out how to go back home. The prodigal son. 120 years is enough time to see, can you make it back home? Or are you still lost in the wilderness? Are you still faded to the black? And what we're trying to show you is that there is a roadmap to your healing, to your wealth. There's a roadmap back to your nature. There's a roadmap to your life. And you're trying to go somewhere else, and you're following traffic. But what is your way there? What is your destiny? What is your coordinates? What's your GPS? And people are coming from all around the world to get to center. We're going to call this center the Merkaba. People are driving all across the world to get to this destination. You see? Taking all kinds of routes. Taking all kinds of routes to get to where you're trying to go. People from all walks of life, tribal, different races, different regions, are traveling far and wide, long and short, to try to get to the same destination that you're trying to get to. And I'm trying to show you your roadmap there is in your owner's manual. Your roadmap to centered is in your owner's manual. It ain't in the Bible because your name ain't in the Bible, but your name is written in the book of life. See? So we want to focus on you, BK5507. We want to focus on you, Sharzelle Williams. Not the book of Jesus, the book of Sharzelle. Not the book of Jesus, the book of Netta. Not the book of Jesus, the book of Alejandro. Not the book of Jesus, but the book of Suleiman. You are here, you are living. What's your story? And the owner's manual is the book of you. Somebody put in the chat the book of you. The owner's manual, I didn't write no book. So don't be looking at me to write no. Is there a book? You said something about a book. The book of you. I can't write your book. But God can and has. Do you want to read it? Do you want to read your story? You want to read your life? You want to get to know thyself? This is your opportunity to. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, you can DM me. I appreciate all of the love, all of the support. And we're going to keep on stomping like big dogs down this road of changing the world one person at a time. I love you guys. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Until next time, love HerbMan. Peace. Balance the imbalances. Balance the imbalances of life. Transition from coping mechanisms to completion mechanisms. Before I go, I also want to thank my moderator, my lovely wife, You guys, please go and big her up and follow her. Show her some love. Show her some support. She's been here with me the whole time. So we got to big up my moderator, my baby mama, my love, my wife. She also has her own content. So you go out there, you start listening to her as well. She knows a lot of this stuff. And she's learning. And we're trying to communicate this in every language, in every way, in every fashion to everybody. And I know that language is the barrier. But sound is the connector. And if you hear me, then it's your time to heal. If you feel me, I can show you the way. Peace. Peace. Know your weather pattern. If you tired today, be tired. If you quiet today, be quiet. If you're emotional today, it's okay. Be emotional. But whatever you do, stop overriding yourself. And then you'll be listening to yourself. Peace. 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 Thank you, Suleiman. Thank you, YouTubers. Thank you, TikTokers. Thank you for all the thousands of y'all that didn't come on the live, because they still going to show me your numbers. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you for allowing me to serve you in your time of need. Again, I love you. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Until next time.
Peace, everybody.